a little heavy, it's
Yeah, it's sweet,
yeah.
but good. We remember we had it for Shabbos. I remember they got us a few bottles. Okay, so we're on Nun Vav. We'll start on the Mishnah on the bottom of Nun Hayom Beis. Hamigade feinu chayv ad sheyifaras Hashem. To be convicted for cursing God, you have to say the name of God. Now, kinui is like when we say Adoshem, we don't say the full name. We say Adoshem. That's a kinui. So when they were in court and the witnesses were describing what they heard, they would not repeat the curse with the right name of Hashem. They would use a kinui. They would say Yake Yossi as Yossi. Yossi is like a name of Hashem, like Yud Ke Vav Ke. Like Hashem should strike Hashem. Now Nigmar Adin Lohorgin Bekinui. Now before they passed a verdict, they would actually have to hear what was actually said. So Motzin Kol Adam Lachutz. They would take all the Dayanim out, and Shoalin is Agodol Shebenehem. They would ask the older aide, or anybody who didn't have to be there, they asked them to leave. And they asked the Godel aide, V'omer Emor Masha Shemata Befer, tell us exactly what you heard. V'hu Omer. Now, since the Dayanim have now heard the name of Hashem cursed, Hadayanim ondim al ragleim v'korn, they tear kriya, v'lo ma'achin, in a type of kriya that we don't sow again, forever. Now the second aid, Hasheni omer afani kamo, he doesn't have to repeat exactly. He just says, yeah, I heard exactly what he heard. V'ashlishi omer afani kamo. Tano ad shivar shem b'shem. You have to curse the name of God with the name of God, like Yake Yossi at Yossi. Now, how do you know this? Menanimili, Amar Shmuel Amar Kra, V'nokev Shem Hashem Mos Yumos, V'nokvo Shem Yumas. By repeating this means you have to makala one shame against the other shame. Now, Mimaydai Nokev Mishnah de Bruch. Who says that the word Nokev means curse? Because Dichsiv, it says by Bilam, Ma ekov lo kabokel. How can I curse if Hashem is not cursing? So the word nokev means curse. Vazarte me'acha. So that's the punishment. Where's the law? It says Elohim lo sekalel. I ve'ema. Maybe nokev doesn't mean curse. It means bivrizu, maybe make a hole, like a nekev. Like we talked about in Malachim, when they made a tzedakah box, they took a box and they put a hole in it so people would put stuff in it. So the word nokev means to make a hole. And where would be the hazara? Lo tasun kein lashem lokechem. That's another pasuk that would be the lav for cursing. But the Gemara says, being ashamed, b'shem v'leka, but that's not cursing one name with another name. Ema demanach shnei shemos adodi. Maybe the law would be to put two names of Hashem next to each other and you tear it. The Gemara says, that's making a nekev and repeating and making a nekev. It's not nokev the shame with the name of Hashem. Maybe the law would be to write the name of Hashem on a knife, and then by cutting, you destroy the name of Hashem by using the knife. That's chorfa de sakinu de kabasa. The blade of the knife is being destroyed, not the name of it, not the name itself. And Ema Perusha Shmeu, maybe Nokev means to pronounce the name. And we see it. Vaikach Moshe Varonis Nashima Eile, Asher Nikvu B'Shemot. So announce your name. Vazar Temach, where would be the lav? Es Hashem Lokechatira, V'sota Vodu V'Shmot Yishaveya. And maybe you can't pronounce the name of Hashem directly. So we reject that. Because we said already, you need to curse God's name with God's name. V'od Havalei Azara Asay. It's not a lav. It's Es Hashem Lokechatira, fear God. That's not a lav. Vazra mitzvah to say Losh Mazar. It's not considered a lav. V'boy Sema Amar Krova Yikov Ben Isha Yisraelisas Hashem Vayikalel. So there, it's two. Vayikov is used as a klala. Lememer the Yikov klalu. Maybe the Dilma Adav Tervayu. Maybe it meant Yikov would be to be mafarish the shame and curse. The Gemara says lo sakatayt. That doesn't make sense because it says Hotzeasa Mekalel Ragmuaso. V'loksiv Hotzeasa Nokeva Mekalel. Comes out that Nokev and Mekalel is the same thing. It all means to curse. Ton Rabbanan Ish. It says Ish ki kalel ohav v'nasacheto. Somebody who curses his God will bear the sin. Okay, Walter, we're on Nun Vav.
Okay.
Nun Vav Amid Aleph. Near the bottom. No, not near, about halfway down. Ish, Matamud Lomer Ish, L'Rabos Esanachrim, Shemuzar Berchas Hashem Ki Yisrael. A non-Jew is one of the Sheva Mitzvahs Bnei Noach, is that they can't curse the name of Hashem. Ve'ena ne'erogin ela b'sayiv. Any non-Jew that violates one of the Sheva Mitzvahs Bnei Noach is killed with the sword. Because kol misa amur b'bnei Noach ein el b'sayiv. Every death, that they only have one type of death penalty with the sword. It says, Hashem, zu birkas Hashem. That we Jews are chayiv, you have to use the right name of Hashem. But a non-Jew, even if he uses a kinui, like Hashem, not just the Shem of Meforish, but any Shem. Alibid Rav Meir, the Tanya, Ish, ki kalel elokav nasachato, ma Talmud lomar, alok vanemer v'nokev Shem Hashem mos yumas. It already says if you curse Hashem, you're going to be put to death. Elfish nemer v'nokev Shem Hashem mos yumas, yachol, lo yechav ela killas Hashem amiyuched bilvad. You need the special name of Hashem. Inay l'rabbis kol hakinuyim. It includes other names of Hashem. Talmud lomar, Ish, ki kalel elokav mikol makom. Divrei Rab Meir. The Chachamim might know Hashem Yuchad. The din is Misa, but Kinuyim is only Bazar, is only 11. You only get Malchus. The halacha is a Ben Noach that was Makal the Shem, whether it's the Shem Yuchad or Kinui, he's Chayv Misa. By a Jew, it's the Shem of Meforish. Uplige Rav Maisha. And it's the machlokes of Rav Maisha, number of Maisha. Ben Noach shebirachas Hashem b'kinuyim, Rabbanan Chayiv. Even the Rabbanan will say that you get Misa. My time at Amar Kra, Kager ka Ezrach. Ger ve'ezrach, hu de be'inan. That a Jew lives as a citizen of Israel, if he curses God, it has to be Shem HaMiyuchad. Avol nochri afilu b'kinui, but a non-Jew, even if he uses the other names for Hashem. Rav Meir Hai Kager Ezrach Ma'avidle. What Rav Meir learns it from a different pasuk. What does he do with Kager Ezrach? Ger ve'ezrach, a citizen, is beskila. Aval Nachri is besayif. A Jew who curses Hashem is killed with skila, and Nachri is killed besayif. Maybe we would make a ribui and a goy's din will be like Israel. Kamash Malandet, no. Rav Yitzchak Nafcha, I believe in Rabbanon, who do not mechayev, according to him, if a non-Jew curses with a kinui. Hai kager ka ezrach my avidle. Ger ve'ezrach hu be'inon shem b'shem. A Jew needs to be makalo the name of Hashem with the name of Hashem. Aval nachri lo be'inon shem b'shem. Just cursing God without shem b'shem, like Yake Yossi es Yossi, he will be killed for that alone. So then what's the pshat of ish ki kalel? What do we learn from that? Dibur Torah Kaloshma, it's poetic license. We don't really learn anything from it. Oh, now that we started talking about a Ben Noach, this is the source of the Sheva Mitzvahs Noach. Torah Rabbanan. Sheva Mitzvahs Nitztavu Bnei Noach. Dinin. They have to have courts. A court system. Birchas Hashem, they can't curse God's name. The three cardinal sins. They can't worship idols. They have their own prohibited relations. They don't have Nara Marasa. They don't have the arais of Nara Marasa. Gazel, stealing. Aver Menachai. And Rab Chanani ben Gamlo Omer Afal Adam Menachai. Even blood from a live animal. Rab Chidko Omer Afal Sirus. A non-Jew is not allowed to castrate any animal, or anything that's alive, a person or an animal. Rab Shimon Omer Afal Kishuf. Magic. Rav Yossi Omer Kol Omer B'Parshas Kishuf. Benoach Muzralav. All of these things that are mentioned in the Parsha, it says Lo Yimetzei B'Cham Avir B'Novi Toba Eish, which is Molech, Kesem, Ksomim, Me'onein, Menachesh, Mechashev, V'Chover Chaver. It's a snake charmer. V'Shoel Ovi Yudonin, you ask oracles. V'Doresh La Mesim Kitovas Hashem Kolos Eila. U'Biglala Toivas Eila Hashem Lokecha Morish Hashem Mipanecha. And the Torah is not going to punish Elim Ken Yizir. Hashem is going to chase them, the 7 nations, out of the Eretz Yisrael because of all of this. Rav Elazar Amar Afala Kloin. They may not make hybrids. Mutar B'Noach Libosh Kloin. They can wear shatnes. V'Lizro Klemen, to plant different crops. Ve'en Asurim Ela B'Harvos B'Hem of our Kavas Ha'ilon. They may not mix 2 animals in species, and they cannot graft different trees. Now, where do we learn? Where is the source for the Sheva Mitzvahs? Vayitzav Hashem Elokim al Adam lemor, mikol eitz hagan achol tochel. Vayitzav zelo hadinim. Is courts. Chenu omer ki dativ l'man asher tzaves banav. Ves beito acharav v'shamru derech Hashem lasot tzedakah mishpat. So mishpat refers to tzav. Then it says vayitzav Hashem. Hashem supirkas Hashem. Don't curse God. That says vayitzav Hashem Elokim Elokim zu avodah zara. V'cheinu omer lo yelech Elokim acherim al ponoi. When the pasuk says alo adam, zu shvichas dam, murder. V'cheinu omer shafech dam adam, adam damo yishafech. Leimor zu gilei arayos. V'cheinu omer leimor hein yishalach ishas ishto v'alcha mi'ito v'yisal ish acher. Committing adultery. Mikol eitz hagan v'lo gozel. You cannot eat from stolen goods. Achol tochel v'lo omer v'rachai. Ki az Rav Yitzchak Tani Yipcha. He had a different drasha. Vayitzav zu avodah zara. Elohim zu dinim. The balabais will go to the judge. Elohim refers to courts. Where do we see that the word vayitzav refers to avodah zarah? Rav Chizr, Rav Yitzchak bar Avdimi, Chadam Soru Maher Min Aderech Asher Tzivi Sim Asulay Maseicha. So the word tzivi tzav is referenced by avodah zarah. Chadamar Ashuk Ephraim Ritzutz Mishpat Ki Hoel Alach Achrei Tzav. My binayu k'binayu Nochri Shas avodah zarah v'lo Yishtach v'lo. A Nochri that made it avodah zarah, but didn't bow down with Man Damar Asu. Making it is enough of a sin. Mishas Asiyah Machayim. The Nachri isn't punished until he actually goes and worships it. Is there an opinion that if a Nachri just makes an idol, doesn't worship it, he's chayiv? Batanya. Bavodah Zara. Dvorim shebezin shel Yisrael memisim aleim. Those averis that a Jewish court will do capital punishment, but no muzrala. Ein beizin shetzrom misna aleim. If a Jewish court will not give out the capital crime, ein ben noch muzrala. And lemeute mai, isn't it lav lemeute nochri shasa for the zerv lo yishtach v'lo? To say that even a nochri just made an idol, doesn't worship it, is not punished, since a Jew is not punished for doing that. No. Making it alone is an aver for them. So what is not an aver? Hugging it and kissing it, the idol. Now, gifu v'nishuk demai. If the normal way of worshiping this idol is by kissing it, then he should be put to death. This is not the normal way of worshiping it. So if he kisses it, which is a different way, he's not put to death. Now the Gemara wants dinin b'nei Noach ifkud. Were b'nei Noach commanded to establish courts? Vatanya. Eser mitzvos nitzavu Yisrael b'mara. We just had this episode last week. The first place they came to after Kriyas Yamsuf is Mara. And 10 mitzvos were given to them. Sheva shekiblo lim bnei Noach. The 7 that were already given to the Ben Noach. Voisif alein dinin Shabbos v'kivud aveim. So here's the kasha. If dinim were added in Mara to the Sheva mitzvos bnei Noach, then dinim were not in the original Sheva bnei Noach. Dinin dichsiv Sham sam lo choku mishpat. There in Mara they made choku mishpat. Shabbos v'kibud avim dichsiv. It says Shamor siyam Shabbos v'katzo kasher tzivcha Hashem lokecha. That you've already been commanded. Where were you? And kabedes avicha v'zibecha kasher tzivcha Hashem lokecha. Vam Rav Yehuda kasher tzivcha b'Mara. You had previously been commanded in Mara, but now we're back to the kasha. Dinin was not in the original Sheva Mitzvos Bnei Noach. Amrav Nachman Rabavua lo nitzracha ela le'eda ve'edim, that they had to have a court and witnesses vasra. This was added to Klal Yisrael, but that's what they mean by dinim. They added these extra details. That's not mentioned by the mitzvahs bnei Noach. Yachi mai v'hoisifu aleim dinin. There's no tosefes. It says details. A knas is not really justice. It's extrajudicial. So the knossos were given to Klal Yisrael. Akati vosifu bedinin being added, it seems to imply what added to what was there before. And it should have said vosifu bedinin meboy. El Amar Vacha Bar Yaakov lo nitzrucha ella lo yishuv bezin b'chol plach u'plach kol every year. The requirement that you have to put a court a Beis Din in every city. That seems to imply that the Bnei Noach were not commanded to do that, that there was only a new command given to the Jews. The Gemara is going to say not, Vatanya. Kashem Shnitzavu Yisrael Loishi Bati Dinim B'chol Plachu Plach B'chol Ir V'ir. Kach Nitzavu Bnei Noach Loishi Bati Dinim B'chol Plachu Plach B'chol Ir V'ir. Just like Jews were commanded to build courts in every city, so were the non-Jews. El Amar Avo Hai Tana, that the Tana that says only Jews were Mitzvah Dinim is Tana Dvei Menashe. The Mafik Dach Va'ayil in the place of Sach. Sheva Mitzvos Nitzvah Bnei Noach were Avodah Zara, Gilui Arayv Shvichos Damim, Gezel, Evin Achai, Sirus, and Kloim. And Dinim are not included, so that fits that now Dinim were added to the Morah. Because Sirus and Kloim were put instead. Ravino Emer Adam Arishon Lo Nitztafel Avodah Zara Bilvad. Adam Arishon had one mitzvah. Don't worship idols. Shenam Avayitzav Hashem Lakim Al Adam. Ravino Bebseir Ma'afal Birkas Hashem Nitztafel. He was also commanded not to curse Hashem. Yesh Oimrim Afal Adinim, he was also given courts. K'man Azla, Dam Rav Yudam Rav. Elohim Ani, Lo Tiklalani. I am God, don't curse me. Elohim Ani, Lo Tamiruni, don't replace me with a different God. Elohim Ani, Yehi Mora'ai Alechem, you should be fearful. K'man K'yesh Oimrim. Like the ones who learn Vayitzav Lo Kimal Adam, is Isra Avodah Zara and Birchas Hashem and Shmiras Chok. Torah Menashe. Idorish Vayitzav Afilu Hanechnami. If he darshans that pasuk that we darshan the Sheva Mitzvah Noach Vayitzav Afilu Hanechnami, then Birchas Hashem and Dinim are in that. Eloi Dorish Vayitzav Hani Menole. Those that don't darshan Vayitzav, where do they get the Sheva Mitzvah Noach? Loilam Shaloi Darsh Vayitzav. They don't. Each one of the Sheva Mitzvahs B'Noach is written by its own pasuk, which we'll learn tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow we'll learn at 8:00. There's no Tzvika Shir tomorrow.
Oh, we had, okay, I have to put it in.
8:00.
8:00.
All right.
Very good. Yeah, Ernie, with good night.
He left.